Hello, 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 everyone. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. I just trying to make sure everything was okay. In anything you do as you start to grow, you expand and so on and so on. But welcome once again. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Linda Gunnell. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Events. As always, we try to do this live every Tuesday. Excuse the background noise. Um, there's a whole lot going in the back, so but I apologize for that. Um, I just, as always, want to tell you guys thank you for joining. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to continue to try to share, educate, train, and teach, and do all the wonderful things when time permit, and come up with exciting new topics. Today we're going to talk about the strengths about wedding planning, some of the myths, some of the things that can eliminate some of your stress. I In this segment, I try to come up with different topics that people wants to know, and also think that I feel that can help everybody that will be beneficial for them. Because with planning an event, we all know it can be stressful. So for coming. It's gonna be fun and it's gonna be exciting. As always, you can send in your questions, send in your comments, topic that you want me to talk about, or something that I'm not thinking about that you want to know. Please don't hesitate to reach out. And thanks to all those who send the comments and send the DMs, and we appreciate it. And thank you for being with us every Tuesday. Um, so let's talk. So, as I said, we all know that when you are planning a wedding, there's a lot of stress, and a lot of couple can focus on so much on details that sometimes your guests don't really pay attention to. Sometimes people might focus on the color of the napkins and this one, or you gotta have this expensive favors for your guests to go. There are a few things that are important on the wedding day, and those things that I feel, in my personal opinion, from amount of weddings and being in the industry for a long, that things that I feel that help people. Some of the key things that guests remember, because at the end of the day, we are having this amazing event, and we want to make sure that our guests have fun. So the first thing I'm going to touch on the key things that your guests will remember, and every bride, I would say that every couple is different. Everybody needs are different, but one thing that is constant, the things that your guests will remember, I don't care how much money you put into your event, how much money you don't put into your event, what you do and what you don't do. The things that people are remember on your event is your entertainment, your music, dancing, how much fun they have at your wedding. Did you have a great DJ? Did you have a live band? Did you have an orchestra? Was your music great? Was it something that people can have fun at and enjoy? Because remember, it's this long day that leading up to this whole big hurrah. So one of the things that your guests will remember is that your entertainment. You have to make sure that I don't care how beautiful your decoration is. I don't care what you have. If you don't have people cannot dance at your wedding and have fun, I don't care what you do. It will not be a good event, because there's a lot of it's emotional. You know, you're changing your vow. This is something. It's a celebration. People are here to celebrate your love story. They are here to celebrate you. You want to focus on things that are important. Another thing that's important is your food. People have to eat good. People are hungry. They have what to start with you sometime early in the morning, especially those who are in the wedding, and even you yourself. And you have guests, you have people that are coming, traveling from near, from far. They want good food. Those are another things that they can remember. Those are things that are important. Your venue, is it comfortable? Do they have seating? Do they have AC? Is it warm enough? Those are some of the things that gets remember. Your food, as I said, your food, your entertainment, and that whole emotional aspect. So those three things, and it don't goes in any specific order, but people want to have fun, people want to eat good food, and people want to feel connected to your love story. So no matter what you do in your event, no matter what event you put on, those three things is top on the list. Yes, there's other factors and things, but today we are talking about things to eliminate your stress. And I know sometimes, we want this perfect centerpiece. We want everything. Those things are important as well. We're not talking about, I don't want anybody to say, well, Linda didn't say decor is not important, or decor. No, we are talking about things that this segment, I'm talking about things that your guests will remember. You can have a beautiful centerpiece. You can have a beautiful ballroom. You can have all these beautiful things. But if your guests do not eat well, they cannot have fun. Your ceremony is dry. There's nothing there. They will leave early and they will stop on the way home. And like, I'll give you an example how people go to these beautiful award show in a gala, and at the end of the night, they're having cheeseburger or they stop to go see something because you're trying to come up with this perfect catering menu and all these fancy names and everything. And out of it, the guests are still hungry. So, or the DJ is just horrible. The music is not right. So, you want to make sure and try to remember that what if you think about your guests, those are the things you need to keep in mind. A lot of time we spend money on favors. Favors is nice, gift is nice, but I usually tell my guests, and I'm being honest, and tell all couple, if it's something that you really want to give them that you think is it holds dear to you in regards to favors, go for it. But honestly, we all have in our channel, like for my generation, I would say the younger generation now, they don't have China cabinets, they don't have things, and they literally just probably put your gift somewhere, that favor somewhere, they don't use it. So if you're going to do a favor, do something that people will reuse, something that people always think about when they think about you for the wedding. Don't spend all these money on things and beautiful stuff, and in the end, nobody get to use it. So thinking about the aspect. The second thing that I was thinking your couple need to prioritize what matters the most to you. It's your love story. This is about you and your spouse. This is about you having an amazing time. This is about you and your spouse getting together, having this beautiful ceremony. You guys are exchanging your vows. You guys are having this connection between one another. Have an event that is important to you. For example, if you love hiking, if you are somebody that love outdoors or you are the adventurous type, why are you having a wedding in the ballroom? Because that's not the two of you guys. Not to say a ballroom won't be beautiful, but do something, plan your event based on what you guys love, what brings you together to eliminate the stress. Prioritize your reception. Yes, there's nothing wrong with doing traditional. There's nothing wrong with everything that you do. If that's what you want, go for it. But remember, remember that this day is about the two of you. This about you sharing your life with somebody that you love. Well, I hope so. Because nowadays, but we're not gonna get into that. Um, it's not about what social media thinks. It's not about this. Do plan this unforgettable experience that is meaningful to the two of you. If you want a castle, go for a castle. If you want to get away, get away. But remember, this is about you. And a lot of time people argue. That's what causes a lot of stress because sometimes one partner will want one thing and the other partner will want one thing. And sometimes they would decide from the beginning, this is what we're going to have. And then the next thing you know, it start to get out of control. It's got to turn into something bigger than people expect. That it start to turn into, and I would say mostly ladies, is once again, it's us. Sometimes we forget about our partner, what is they want. And we're having this elaborate event that end up costing so much money and doing anything at the end of the day. You guys are so stressed trying to figure out how to plan this event that you did not want in the first place. But you guys are doing it because of something else. You know, have this conversation with your family. What is it that important? Have your reception. If you want to be on a mountain somewhere outdoor, jumping off a plane, or on the beach where your feet in the sand, and do what is important to you. This is your story. How you want to tell? Do you want to plan your wedding is about somebody else? You have a wedding that turned out to be somebody else's wedding. Plan a wedding that is about the two of you, something that is important to you, that create. And if you prefer to have, fireworks and glaze the all night, the beautiful live band, the beautiful decor, all of these things are important if it's meaningful to you. Don't you have people planning the event and sometimes they'll be like, I don't know, well, my friend does this and this other person will do this. And I see, especially sometimes when bride go to get their dresses. They'll take the family members, sometimes something they want, and sometimes our friends and our family will kind of throw in off what it is that they want. And then in the end, they get confused, they get overwhelmed, and they do something, but well, this is not really what I wanted, but I just, went along with it. Or you putting somebody in your wedding just because of certain things. Prioritize your special day. If you want live band, if that's what you want, fine. If you want to have it in a venue, that's fine. You want to have it on the mountainside, on a beach, in a venue. Do things that's important. All cut up all the unnecessary things. The extra, like I understand, like most of the time I see couple, and once again, I understand to each his own. Like doing the ceremony aspect, people will have these and it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, these things are beautiful out of it. You got this beautiful welcome sign, this 10 feet, 8 feet, and glass mirror, and it customize this and custom this and this and this. And you have all these fancy things because you see it on social media, or because you see it on some celebrity wedding, or you see it on a Pinterest board, and you put like, just because you see it, you want it. And then you miss out on the things that are important. Your entertainment is lacking. Your venue is not decorated well. You don't have lighting. You don't have videographer. You don't have photographer. You don't have things because you spending too much money on aesthetics that you forget on the core value that's important. And then you start stressing out, how am I going to pay for this, or how am I? Or sometimes you, even if you have the money, you overspend on your budget because you trying to get all the extravagant thing. And once again, there's nothing wrong with it. If that is what you want, go for it. Go for what makes you happy. And that's the bottom line, what I'm saying. No matter what it is. If you want an extravagant event that you from head to toe to luxury, go for it. But all I am saying to you is that if you are going for luxury, then make sure from beginning to end you have every single thing that you need, every single budget, every single thing. Make sure that you have what it is that you want. um hey sweetie, how are you? As I I said, like 100% they say budget is the top priority, and that is thing, as you, or if you know me or you've been following me for a while, or you anything in regards to me, I am big on budget. Budget is my go-to. I tell everybody, if you don't have the budget for something and you trying to do something just to please people, and your budget is out of whack, you're going to be stressed out. You're going to be so. I've seen people take out a loan, put on money on second mortgages, take out expensive, put max out the credit card to have a wedding to please people. And that causes a lot of stress. You don't want to get married and automatically be in debt. Budget is important. As I always say, with anything I do, sit down, talk to whoever it is that's paying for your wedding, whether it's your mother, your father, both parents, you and your couple. When you first get engaged, the first thing you need to do when you start planning, set a budget. Okay, I want to spend 20,000, 30,000, 200,000, $1 million. This is my budget. And then you start to prioritize each one of them. Okay, for decor, if I want this amount of money, this is the amount of money that go to this. Remember, as I always said, your venue, your food, your decor, it takes about 40 to 50% of your budget, sometimes more. The rest is spread out in in different things. But make sure that those things are in line. Because when you don't have those things in line, you start to stress out. You start to panic and you get all and plan early, guys. Plan early. When I mean plan early, start this from the moment you know you're getting married. Start. And one thing I always say, do not start buying things right away. And then in the end, because 90% of the time you're not going to use the things. Make sure everything that you get is what it is that you want. And the third thing we're going to talk about, simplifying your decision for your venue, your decor, and your vendors. Focus when you are focusing on your big days, and make sure, and I cannot stress this more, work with a trusty vendors, people that know what they are doing, people that have been in the industry long. I don't want, and it's not that because I say these things, and sometimes I don't want people to feel like, oh, she's trying to promote people. She want people to get this. No, this is not about client. Get a planner. If you don't have a planner, do your research. Make sure you research all your vendors. Trusty vendors, make sure they know what they are doing. Sometimes we try to nickel and dime our way into our vendors, and sometimes it can make or break your event. If you do not have the right vendor at your wedding, your day would be, I don't care how much money you can spend, thousands and millions of dollars on your vendors. If they are not the right people, they will mess up your day. That's facts. There are a lot of great vendors out here. A lot of professional, trained people who've been working in the industry for years, people who know what they are doing. You want to make sure that, and she said, please read your contract very carefully or hire a lawyer. That is important too. Very, very, very important. Because for me, I will start from this. And I always say this, every client that hires me, the first thing I ask is, who are the vendors that you hire before me? I want to see every single detail of the contract. I want to read those contracts and see what is in the contract. I want to see what you are paying for. That is fine. That's automatic come on my package plan. I have access to every single contract you have. So I know what it is that you're getting to make sure that my client's getting the right thing. If I see something in there that's off, I will tell you. Don't just sign anything. Make sure you know what it is that you're going from. Make sure what they are providing, who they are bringing the day off. Are they bringing a second system? Are they coming by themselves? Would they be able to shoot? What are the timing? Are they punctual? Look at the reviews. Don't look at the track records. For me, anytime I look at anything, when I search anything, I don't go to the positive. I automatically go to the negative review. The reason for that is if I'm start looking at your negative review, and yes, we can see somebody may say one thing off, or sometimes there are some people who will just complain no matter what you do. But if I start to see the same comment or the same review repetitive, something similar, I start to realize this is a pattern. And you can tell automatically if the same people, they may not say the same way, but if they're saying the same thing 25 different ways, I cross it out. A lot of time people pick the top vendors on the top of Google listing, which is good. But you also have to realize certain things. People pay, that's marketing. Some people may not have the budget to pay for the top rating on Google, but that doesn't mean that they are not good. That doesn't mean that they're not a great vendor. They just mean that maybe the marketing budget this year may not be good enough to be where they want it to be. Or maybe that may not be the top priority to spend it on. They may have the money, they might be getting information somewhere else. There's a lot of factors. But the bottom line that I'm trying to say is that no matter what, do your research. Do your research, do your research. Speak to multiple vendors before you make a decision. I Customer will come and reach out to me. This is why I don't charge. As I always say, I don't charge for a I do free consultation because I want to get to hear the client. I don't want to take money for it and I know like I'm not even gonna work with you. So those things are important. And so as I said, simplifying your decision for your venue and your decor. You want to make sure choosing a venue shouldn't be stressful. Always pick a space. You want to pick a venue that goes with your budget. That's factor number one. Your comfort. And you also want to fall in love with this place. You want to walk in that place and say, oh my God, this, I cannot picture myself getting married anywhere. Whatever is small, what is intimate, what, think about what this location allows you to do. Do they allow you to modify certain things? All right, see what are your options. You may see a beautiful venue, but they might be strict on a lot of things. Ask them question. What can I do? Can I have this? The things that are important to you. Can I have this? Can I do this? Do I have, can I bring in outside vendors? What are in the contract? What they allow? Ask them every single question. If you do not know, and I would try to probably maybe at some point pull questions out here to ask vendors, are you going at some point maybe do like a short list if time permit. But we will see. But that's for another day. Focus on your decor. So your decor should show the key pieces that transform your spaces without going overboard. If your venue is naturally beauty, you don't need wall to wall dripping because the wall is pretty. Because if you add in dripping, on like I said, if your budget allows for it, then you can do it. But if the wall is pretty, if they have certain things, you want to choose a space that you do not have to spend too much money. Because as I said, your venue, your decor, your food, it takes about 40 to 60% of your budget. That's the place you're going to be sitting the most. That's the place you're going to spend most of your time. So you want to make sure that you are in a space that can cover all your needs, all your needs. For example, your grand floor, your lighting, the ambience, the room entertainment, a lot of small intricate details that is important. You want to make sure, hey, can we drip something? Can we do a ceiling decor? Can we? You want to make sure all of these things that are important to you come forward to your venue. You don't want to pick a place that does not go, as I said earlier, does not go your theme of the wedding. Because once again, you will be in a space that's what you don't like, and you're just there because oh, everybody get married to this place, or everybody go to this place because that's why I say, oh, my friend had a wedding there, or this person got married there. I loved it. If that's what you want, that's fine. But pick a venue. You can transform any venue if their budget is right. You can transform any venue into $1 million venue if your budget is right. Decor is everything. When I mean decor is everything, it's everything. You can, with flowers, with lightings, with everything, you can transform a room with color palette. You can transform anything and everything if you have the right budget. So if your budget is not that high, you want to make sure that you're picking a space that you don't have to do too much. That you can do, you don't have to bring too much. You don't have to change the chairs. You don't have to change the setting. They have like a venue that covers a lot, that has almost everything you want, and you can, minimalize. So simplicity is everything. These are, like I said, these are things that help eliminate your stress. Because you're talking about when you go down to food, your food can cost 250, 100 per person, and so on and so forth, 150, 300, all based on what you want. But at the end of the day, make sure that it goes with what it is that you want. If you want to have a backyard wedding and transform your backyard into something beautiful, go for it. That's your love story. It's about the two of you guys. You guys should be happy on that day, not stressed. I seen a lot of couples so stressed on their wedding day that they don't enjoy the day. Those things are not important. As I said, guess, and I'm saying that even me as a florist and as a planner, when I'm doing a florist decor, I would sit there and be like, oh my God, I do not want my mechanics to show up. But most of the times, the things that I'm freaking out about in my head, a lot of time people don't even notice that. They don't. And but it's for my own thing because once again, it's for my clients. So I want to make sure they're okay and they get exactly what they want. But we all want things to be perfect. We all want things to be a setting standard. That's just the human nature. Those are things that we do. But you can still get everything you want and still have a great day. You don't want to stress, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, because I seen people cry. I seen people walk, and sometimes no matter what you tell people, and you don't want to be that stressed. You don't want to be that stressed on your day. Try to relax. And with that being said, we go into the next topic. Like I said, it just flowed because I was sitting there, I'm thinking like every topic, when people send me a topic or send me a DM topics and things that they wanted me to touch base on, or it might be a topic that I just come up with. I want to be something that can help you guys. I don't want to come up here and just talk about something that don't benefit anybody. Something that I see on a daily basis that goes a long way, and something that I can help my client with to make sure at the end of the day they're having fun, because you want to have fun. So the second part I want to talk about, self-care for both you and your partner. Planning a wedding can be mentally, physically draining. It's so stressful because there's so much moving parts that people don't think about. So much. And as the day get closer, your nerves expand. Like when I meet my clients, the first thing I tell them is like, okay, everything's gonna seem like it's driving slower right now, but that 2 months or 1 month before your wedding, you in hyper stress. Your stress go from down here, it goes all the way down to the roof, like past the roof in the sky, because you are freaking out. Like, oh my God, do I have this? Do I need this? Guys, this is one of the most important things that I tell my couple. People feel, I work with a lot of brothers who feel overwhelmed by the family's input, about the setup of the weddings, about the weekend, talking about the planning and everything. And a lot of times that can take a toll because sometimes you feel like you're losing grip. And I had a last topic I talked about a couple of months ago was about boundaries. And I think at some point I'm going to touch base on that. And I also wrote an article on the knot about boundaries, setting boundaries with your family, with your friends. Set the expectation of what it is that you want. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Take a moment to breathe. She said, hand and soul massage is preferred. I agree, completely agree. Take a time to go to the spa, do things that you love. You and your spouse go on a date. Go on, do things that you love to do. Take a moment to just have an intimate, whether it's at home, whether it's on, go for a walk. Try to not talk about anything wedding. Calm down, because especially with ladies, guys, when you stressed out, we start to get that ring on our eyes, that dark circle, our face start to kind of show up weak, and then your picture does not look right. You spend all this money, you doing all these things, and then your picture come up, it look horrible because you can see the stress. You cannot hide stress. I don't care how much makeup they put on your face. When you are stressed, it comes through your skin. Your skin is not glowing. You want to have that wedding glow. Take that moment, spend time with your fiance. Take a time to rest, clear your mind. If you're spending too much money, you don't want to do anything, have an intimate date at home, a movie date, just laugh, play a game, do something to kind of eliminate. And then another thing you can do is delegate people. If you have a planner, delegate. Delegate these things to us. Delegate. If you don't have a planner, you got a family member that helping you, delegate. Delegate things that are to them. Hey guys, can you go and pick up this for me? Hey, I need this. Can you do this? Can you get my dress for me? It's going to be ready. Oh, can you go to the store and pick up this one? Delegate things to family and friends, because those are here. There are some people in your family who really want to help. Those are your friends. And that's why you have your wedding party. Ask them to do something for you. Ask your planner to do something. That is so true. Your boundaries, say boundaries are so important. That it is. Boundaries, set a boundary on what it is that you want. Don't let people try to change your mind for what it is that you set for yourself. I tell every single client that I work with, who do I need to look out for? Who should I listen to? Who are the important factors in your wedding that I need to? I need to know who are the decision makers. So beside you and your partner, who are the next person in line that and even if it's not mom and dad, they might be paying. Whoever is the person I pay. Tell me the important people in your wedding that I need to. When somebody else comes to something, I'm gonna be very professional about it. I will listen to exactly what it said, and I will take the time to say, okay, I took the information. Let me just talk, and I'm not going to say, oh, let me ask the bride and groom. I'll get back to say, okay, well, just give me a moment. Let me just look into it. I will ask my couple, hey, X, Y, and Z said this. What is this? Set a boundary. Let people know where you stand. That hey, I don't want you because if you let people put too much input into things, you lose your way. You break down your event into their event, and it's not yours anymore. You don't see that special connection, and then you're so stressed because you're trying to please everybody, you're trying to make everybody happy, and in the end, you cannot do exactly what you want. Schedule, like I said, schedule a fun activity. Set aside time for skincare, wellness routine leading up to your wedding. You need at least 6 months to your wedding. I would say a year. Even 9 months. Take that time to breathe it out, meditate, woosah, have a glass of wine if you drink. Go out and do something. Go running. Do things that don't forget because you are playing them. It don't you need it more. Hang out with your friends, hang out with your girls, hang out with your guys, do things. And ladies, don't be too hard on guys because a lot of times we're like, oh, they're not helping, they're not doing things. Please don't forget your teeth. That is so true. You need your whole care. Everything is like you are the canvas, you are the artwork. You want to make sure from head to toe you are glowing. They got a bridal package at most spa where they treat you and literally give you a package what to do. You know, if you have to take your vitamin B, your hydrate, like whatever you have to do, start taking your vitamins, start taking your protein, start doing things to kind of. And a lot of people focus on losing weight so much. It's not to say there's nothing wrong with losing weight if that's what you want, but you drain yourself so much that you just look drained out. Your skin is not glowing because you are on this straight diet. You want to fit in the size, whatever dress you want to fit in, and you feel like this is what you need to do. Don't add more stress to your life that don't need to be there. Set aside time for your mental health. Wedding is stressful. Like I know, because I plan weddings. Because one thing people don't realize with plan is that we take on your stress. So imagine we are taking not just one person. Sometimes we might be doing 3 to 5 weddings within back to back. And we are taking on all those stress for all those people. We are people too, you know. We need mental health. We need time to breathe. So I know it's stressful. I know the amount of legwork and the amount of detail that go into it. I take a break from my son. So you know what? Today's just my day. I just don't want to talk no nothing weddings. I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax. Mental health is everything. Because if you are so stressed out, like when you are, what people don't realize is that you can be physically tired and you can be okay and still move, persevere through and push through. When you are mentally drained, you cannot focus. Your brain cannot comprehend anything. You start to forget stuff. You start to lose a lot. You get fatigued. You get tired. You can't do anything. Mental stress is more draining than physical stress because if you're tired physically, you can just lay down for a little bit and go to sleep and wake up, you're okay. But when your mind is constantly on a roll and it's just so much thing going, the brain is overload. It's like kids when they get sugar, they get hyper, eventually they just crash hard. Don't go into depression for a wedding. Don't add stress to your life that don't need to be. Take that time to woosah, take a deep breath and say it's okay. It will be okay. And I said, yes, it is good. Have a good time, a team and support. When you have the right vendor, you have the right family people, you have the right friends, you have everybody, they can really truly help you. Take that moment to relax. Don't let yourself go crazy. It's one day. Don't put so much stress on yourself that, and then when you're so stressed, your partner don't even know what to do, and everybody around you doesn't know what to do anymore because you are so stressed. You out of it. You cannot be your best self. And I would try to see. Let me see. Now that we're talking about it, I have some dear friends of mine who are in the mental health fields, and I would try to see if I can reach out to them to have a session here where we can really dive deep into self care and mental health because a lot of time people forget that factor when they are planning a wedding. Those are the things that they don't realize is important. It is. You need that mental peace. You need that calmness. You need to take care of yourself because if not, all of that is not worth it. You need to literally take a moment for you and your spouse, drown out the noise, and just say, okay, I just need a moment. What if it's watching TV? What is reading a book? Anything. Mental health, guys, it is important for your wedding because there's a lot of stress that coming. You are in charge of everybody. Everybody is coming to you for questions. Everybody's coming to you for answers. Everybody's coming to you for every single thing. And you don't know which way to go. And that's why I say at the end of the day, even if you decide to plan your wedding yourself, have a coordinator who can coordinate things for you, who can help you, that you don't have to stress as much as you want. And I'll say the last thing I'm going to talk about before we close is, and it's easy, make wedding planning fun, guys. I love wedding planning. I love this job. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is why I do what I do. And that's why I even talk to you guys right now because I love it. To be honest with you, when my team first said, hey, Linda, I think you need to go up and be on social media and doing this and doing, I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not. Honestly, I don't want to do it. But I love my job so much. When I'm me, that's why everybody knows. That's why everyone knows and the person that they contact period. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um I mean, I love what I do. I want to make sure that everybody is happy. Even if you are not my client, I want the best for you. If you reach out to me and I talk to you at some point, I still want the best for you because the reason why I started my business is where most people struggle when they're planning a wedding. For me, it came easy. When I was having my own, everybody, why people like things that people panic about, I loved it. I actually love I love to plan stuff. Even when it's dinner at my house or I like to create an experience. I want people to be happy from start to finish. I just want this thing for people to have fun. I don't want to go to an event that I'm not having fun. I walk away. I don't want to still event. I don't want to do anything. Wedding planning should be fun. And it can be fun. Like literally turn your planning into something amazing. Like literally have a date night with your bridal party. You put on your Pinterest board, you'll have a glass of wine, have a wedding planning meeting, or even whatever it is. And sit there and watch a movie and plan details like, oh, look at this color palette. This is what we're gonna do. Oh, we want to do. Make it fun. Have your like literally. I tell my client, and I see some client and I do that. I had a client couple years ago. Literally got the family member together, sat on the table doing the RSVP, having eating and talking and cooking and having a good time. Make it fun. It can be fun. It don't have to be stressed out. When you're going to get your dress, take your fun people with you. Take the people you know who can ride you up. Take the people who you know that will. We all have that friend and that family member that can make you feel good, no matter when you are down. They got some people who can just be your hype man. Get your hype team up. Come up with creative and unique things that you want to do on your wedding day. Have fun. Celebrate when you are choosing your caterer. Down. Say, okay, you know what? For food tasting, have your people go there and you all sit there and make it a dinner date. Have fun. Bond with the moment, bond with your vendors. Like literally have those things. Talk to people. Make it fun. Create your Pinterest board, set your vision board, visualize your dream wedding. Like, don't overthink it. Instead of overthinking everything and like making it into, have fun. Because it go by so fast and you're gonna miss every moment. Have fun when you are planning your wedding. Picking your china, your tablecloth. What do you envision? Those things can be fun. The detail aspect, sit down with your florist and like literally create this experience that leading up to it when you like have fun. Make sure you celebrate your day. Wedding planning should be fun. It should not be stressful. It's like I said, it's already stressful. Don't add more things to it to make yourself stressful and you cannot enjoy any moment. You just don't want to do it. You overwhelmed. You don't know what to do. Have fun. There are sometimes even when my clients coming to me with 10,000, I just take it in because I know they're stressed out right now. I know they're under a lot of pressure. So a lot of times it's okay. Take that breath. Ooh, woosah. Make it fun. There's a lot of way if you want to put a lot of unique thing. Even if you and your spouse, you decided to go ahead. Say, you know what? We want our first dance to be something unique, or we want our mother and daughter dance, or father and son. Like make it spicy. Do something fun. Plan creative things or do things that will make your wedding day special. Have fun. Try not to be stressed out because it goes so fast. But ultimately, guys, to summarize all of this out, the most important thing about your wedding is celebrating the commitment with your husband, your wife. Those are the most important thing. Your love story. What is about your love story, not the little details. At the end of the day, wedding is not about napkin colors or cake flour. It's not about, you know, having the most elaborate designs. It's all about you and your partner celebrating your love, literally, with the people that matters the most. That's what it's about. You are celebrating your love story. Oh, thank you. You are truly a blessed. We keep talking. Someone needs to hear. Oh, thank you. Um, it's about the two of you guys. I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you for that. It's about you. Focus on creating memories, not stressing over perfection. Because let me just be honest with you, there's no such thing as a perfect event. There's no such thing. Get that out of your head. Things that sometimes things that you want to do may not go the way you want it. I'm not saying it's gonna go bad, but sometimes you have to adapt to change it. There's certain things you may want the vendor cannot provide for you. There's certain things you may want that you may not get. You adapt to get a set. There's no such thing as a perfect event. Even we can plan things down to the details. There's still things that are gonna go a little wrong, but we fix it. That's our job. Like I have a plan A, B to Z plan. Just in case if this don't do, we have backup and backup after the backup. But that's what it's about. Creating core memories. You don't want to look up on your wedding days and don't have anything good to think about it. I've seen people who had to talk about a wedding like last week. The vendor that I had on, she had a very experience about her wedding that she planned and planned and planned everything. And at the end of the day, she had a bad experience because the people she trusted to do certain things did not do it the way she wanted. And she focused on all of that. So pick the right people, have the right support team, have people in your, it's about you and your spouse. That's it. When all is filled that moment, take the time to enjoy each other on that wedding day. I know some couple who would eat dinner away from their guests. There's nothing wrong to go into a private room so they can have an intimate moment by themselves and just sit there and talk and laugh and enjoy the moment. There are some couple who would do that. Have that intimate moment at the ceremony, just the two of them. Or even if they don't do it without a dinner, we'll take a moment, just them, just sit there, come in a moment about them. Make it about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. Don't focus on so much that you lose your way and you just so crazy and can figure everything out. But as always, guys, thank you so much for joining. Please don't hesitate to send your questions and comment because there, with this brain, there are a lot in here. But sometimes it's about what you guys want. I don't want to be having a conversation and talking about something that I think might be important, may not be important to you, you know. But it's as always, if you have things that you want me to talk about, DM me your questions, your comment, or anything. We will get back to you. You can find us on all social media platform, and send me your information. My team, even if I'm busy, I have a lot of trusted staff that can get information to me and everything, that I can talk to you about questions and things like that. Because at the end of the day, it's a brand. I want to be able to have access to my client and access to people, to be able to help people and make sure that they is well. So once again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And we're going to continue to do this. And at some point, as I said, not here, but because right now, bear with me, guys. October is a crazy month. This is like the last, is the end of the wedding season. So we're gonna still try to do that. But as the holiday get closer, I got a little more flexibility to do a lot of things. And when I'm not traveling, I'm not doing setting things because on the top of the year, those are my conference months. Like I'm mostly out of the country from December, February because I don't have a lot of weddings. They start, I do wedding elsewhere, out of the country. So I usually go out on the other side for wedding season. But thank you for being here, and I will continue to educate, teach, and train in anything. We're gonna try to do. Let's see how it goes. Put in the work to do another floor class, a master class, probably sometime in April. But I will follow up more with you guys on that, and a lot of more DIY projects. So we're gonna start doing a little bit more master class, as I said, after the wedding season. Once I have a little bit more free time on my hand, I'm able to do that. But thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a blessed night. Be safe out there, and remember, as I said, have fun. Thank you. Good night. Bye. Oh, you do the same, love. You have a beautiful evening as well. And remember, your wedding's gonna be amazing. You're gonna look beautiful. You are a beautiful, and give love to the whole family for me. Hug and kisses to everyone. Um, I can't wait.